Right, we're live. Right, we'll start off by giving all glory, praises, and honor to the Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the brothers that teach us truth and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect. 1/3. That's last All right, the 1/3, the sincere listeners. Okay, this is Gms Toronto back again, prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom known as Babylon the Great. All right, and like I was saying in my last slide, last night, we're in the spirit of prophecy, man. There's a lot of things taking off. Okay, a lot of uproars of the people. Civil unrest, a lot of uncertainty. Okay, a lot of you people, your life is hanging in doubt before you, man. Why? Because you actually don't know what's to come. You don't know what's coming down the pipeline, man. See what I'm saying? You want to hope and wish that this place is going to continue on as if everything is all good, man. It's not the case. All right? What's up,
prophecies. This is Surah 39, verse 1. And it says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, Yahweh, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients, and occupied in prophecies." Right? So this is a particular time because we're living in a time where there's a lot of prophecies going on. And there is also a very disdain for a lot of these, for example, these different kings and princes and so on and so forth. Right? And that's part of prophecy as well. Like you read, for example, in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, it says that there will be a sedition among men, and they will not regard their kings and their princes. And a good example of that you will see today is that, like I was driving past my house one day, and there were a lot of examples of people who have a disdain or a strong dislike, rather, I should say, for the prime minister of this country, right, Canada, right? So that's an example of the prophecies that are being unfolded in front of our eyes during this time, right?
All right.
And they have that disdain, even for Americans as well. There's a strong disdain for Joe Biden because of his sloppy performance,
Right.
So but you takes to understand that there is no salvation, whether you don't like Biden and you want Trump back in office, that's not the point. The point is to come back to the Lord and seek refuge from him, not seek refuge by get involved in the selection process and think that one of them is better than the other.
That's right.
So that's
Right? Because our people, regardless of where the other camp, they're going into how, they want to prolong the day, the return of the Lord. All right? But these prophecies are unraveling.
All right. This is Psalms 146 and 3.
That's right.
"Put not your trust in princes, nor in the son of man, in whom there is no help." Right? Because when you put your trust in these politicians, these higher elites or whatever the case may be, presidents, right? Men are they stumble on their fall on their hair. That's what we see with these politicians. When they put their trust in these politicians, you see their mistakes, right? You see their downfall, so to speak. You see them for who they really are. So when you put your trust in them, they're bound to fail, man. Where you put your trust in Yahweh Shemashah, I'm talking about, right? His breath going forth, he returned to his earth. In the very day his thoughts perish. Happy is he that hath the power of Jacob for his help, whose hope is in the Lord his power. Right?
That's right. Because a lot of you people you're trusting in man. And not only that, you're trusting in heathens, man. These people are faulty. The Most High created them to be faulty, man. So you're gonna put your trust into these damn deceivers, man, that don't walk in an upright way. You know what I mean? They don't have the law, man. It wasn't given to them. They even have a what do you call it? Jake has a moral compass. They don't have that, man. They're gonna do wickedness, man. Jake is righteous by nature, man. It's just because the devil who we're around, he's seducing us to do wickedness, man.
Okay, Ezekiel 12:22. it says, Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged when the vision faileth? Verse 23, tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel.
That's right, man, because starting with our apostles and elders on down, and then their elders, okay? I believe since like 1970, this truth's been coming out, man. Okay? And the people have pretty much been saying, oh, you guys been saying that for years. You know? And even in Christianity, there's some quote, they have some quote of form of eschatology, you know, prophecy where they say, oh, quote unquote, Jesus is making his return, right? So, but they haven't seen it yet, and these people pretty much said, you know what, you guys are lying, man.
Right.
Life is continuing as it is. You know, I got this going on for me. I got my family here. I like the way things are going. I'm set up. I'm comfortable. I'm basking in this place. I'm good, right? That's our people's mindset, right? So when they hear us, when they see the prophets rebuking them, you know, telling them to turn back to the Lord because, you know, the return of the Heavenly Father is at hand. They're like, nah, man, we're not trying to hear that. So,
Just finishing off verse 23, it says, the days are at hand.
That's right.
And the effect of every vision.
I don't care how long, you know, we sound like a broken record, but I don't care. We don't care out here, man. Okay, because we believe it. We see the vision, man. We see this place crumbling before, you know, and that's the thing, man. We actually have, there's like insider trading and stuff like that. People who got a head start on certain stocks and whatnot. Well, we got a head start on this truth, man. Okay? We're actually going to be able to, Lord will, we make it, right? But we're hoping we take part in salvation, man. That's the greatest gift. That's the greatest blessing that we can ever receive, man. You know?
Verse 24, it says, for there shall be no more any vain vision or flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord Yahweh. I will speak, and the word that I speak, I shall speak, shall come to pass.
That's right, because our people, they want to hearken unto soothsayers, right? People that make them feel good, tell them about a good time, right? They don't want to hear about evil time, man. But, you know, it has to get ugly before it gets any good, man. You see what I'm saying? All right, dark times are coming to Canada, man. Okay, we're the prophets of doom. Okay, the economy is collapsing. What are you people gonna do? Inflation is on the rise. A lot of you people are overturning your mortgages. You can't pay these things, man. You're not making the payments anymore, man. What are you gonna do? All right.
To kind of get that, what he was looking for is to get, comfort, understanding. So he's like, okay, try and drum up Samuel. And Samuel was like, okay, why are you trying to disturb me? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right? And a lot of our people do that to this day. Right? So they're still in that spirit of trying to get comfort from the left-hand side, essentially. Yeah. Trying to get comfort from palm reading and tarot cards and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Especially a lot of our people do that.
Yeah. So we gotta get Isaiah 47 for that too, right? But there's still more on that, you know. I can keep going. I'm just yelling precepts out of the spirit. But yeah, go ahead.
Verse 25, it says, verse 25, it says, for I am the Lord Yahweh. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged. For in the days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith the Lord Yahweh thy power.
That's right. And the job of a prophet is to measure the times, right? Exactly. You know, so we're gonna get that too, you know. But like, the job of our job is to measure the times to let our people know, you know, basically the coming of our Lord, man, and to get right, repent, So that way you don't take part in Babylon's sins, man. Destruction. You see what I'm saying? Because destruction is coming to this place. World War III is coming to this place. Civil War is coming to this place. Right?
Verse 26, and it says, again, and the word of the Lord Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man.
That's killing it right there with the.
Yeah, man.
It's good.
Yeah. Ingenuity.
Verse 27, it says, behold, Son of man, behold, they are of the house of Israel, and vision that seeth is many days to come, and he that prophesied of the times that are far off.
Guess what? All right, we actually woke up to this truth. Right, our apostles woke up to this truth. All right, and they're aged men, and they believe that this is it. You see what I'm saying? And I believe that they will be part of the first fruits in the spirit. So, you know, they could be all 60. You know what I mean? They say a man's life is 60 and 10, so that's about 70 years. So what's another 5-10 years here, man? The Lord's coming back, man. That's if, man. But the Lord's still exponentially speeding up the times. The days are shorter, the weeks are shorter, the months, the years, they're flying. That's all because the Lord has to save his elect, man. Because this devil, he's actually plotting and scheming on us, man. Thinking of ways to take us out. And that major scheme is that MOTB.
That's right. Verse 28, the last verse, it says, therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord thy power.
That's right. That's right.
Yep, this is Habakkuk 2. I'll start at 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me.
That's right. We're standing upon our watch. Like I said, that's part of the duty of a prophet, man. Okay, when we see news, breaking news, okay, we have to break that down. We have to interpret that to our people, man, so that way they understand. Like I said, going back to measuring the times, okay, because the thing about the news, there's a lot of propaganda in that. So we have to pick out the truth from the bones, man. You know what I mean? A lot of you jakes, you guys get persuaded from these mainstream media, thinking that's fact. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Not understanding how your enemy works. The so-called white man works. He plays on your emotions. He's a master of psychology, right? You know, and he's a master deceiver, right? He's the devil.
Right.
He's very good with the
Yeah.
That's why it's so like 100% agree with the apostle when they say looking up words. It's very imperative to look up words so you understand the jargon that he's throws at you. Right? Scriptures say that his words were smoother than butter, but essentially war was in his heart. And a lot of the tactics that he uses is going to trap you up with the jargon that he throws at you.
Right.
And especially to take certain words. Right?
Sure. Yep. And what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord said unto me, and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
That's right. That's exactly what we're doing, man. We're getting the vision. You see, at the time of the prophets, they just wrote down the prophecies. They didn't understand it. All right, but through the spirit of power of Yahweh Shem Shai, our apostles and elders on down were able to interpret down these things, man. We can actually see. I was actually meditating on my way here, right? Because we all started off with the KJV coming into this truth, right? But going into the different versions now, right? Because vocab or whatever, he kind of upped our game now, in a sense. But even though mainly we upped his game, but we go into the other versions now, and we're able to actually interpret if the other versions are going off or not.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? But there's still validity, there's still some truth to the other versions, man. So we use it, man, because it's actually gets broken down in a plainer English. You see what I'm saying? To where our people could actually understand. So there's no excuse. You know what I mean? There's actually no excuse. Oh, I don't understand the King's English. Oh, I don't want to look up words. I don't want to use the etymology. All right, well, here's the NLT. Now what? Right? Use the dictionary.
Well, it's fine. So this Jake right there in the fucking dress.
Wow. Man, yeah, wickedness.
You know, the niggas are that are gonna go first.
That's right. They got it.
But the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. You will tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right? Behold, his soul is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith.
Right, because whose soul is lifted up? Who's the most proud on the earth? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You see what I'm saying? And he's actually put that image out throughout the whole world, man, to where everybody has to give him respect. Everybody has to give him reverence. You know, people don't believe things unless he validates them, right? Especially our people. You see what I'm saying? But we don't need his validation, man. We don't need his approval. You see what I'm saying? We don't need the approval of how about Shem Shai, man. That's why we're all here. Seeking his favor, his mercy, right? And sincerity and truth. You know?
I got second.
All right. You got Isaiah 47? All right. Get yours, though. That's
Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure the time thou diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be earthquakes and the of the people in the world, then shalt thou understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
And you want to know when our people are going to get it? When it's too late.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When the doors are shut, man. When we're not out here anymore. That's when our people are going to, oh yeah, you know, I seen a video, man. I see where the prophets, I see the prophets. Right? Then they're going to want to get right. They're going to repent. You know, I don't want to, I shouldn't have broken out that caravan on, all them things there. You know, they're going to be all sorrowful for that. I should have been with multiple men. Right? I shouldn't have been committing adultery. Right? These wicked ass niggas out here. Purposefully sleeping with other man's wife. But it's going to be too late. Right?
That's
Correct.
yeah.
Get that Isaiah 47. Start at the top.
Okay. Isaiah 47, verse 1, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the milestones and grind the meal, cover the box, make bare the leg.
That's right. Read that part again. Make bare the leg.
It says, cover thy locks, make bare the leg.
That's right. We're exposing this place, man. We're exposing the lies of the society, right? And we even have people in this society that are exposing this place, right? And that gives us the ability to interpret that, man. You know, look at all these different native grave sites that keep getting reported to be Slovakia. That keep getting reported, man.
Right.
You know, these different burial sites of the Gadites, the so-called Native Americans, man. That's a shame unto this place, man. That's a shame unto you Edomites, man. You so-called white people. All right? Because your history is about robbing, stealing, and murder, man. You know? And you get mad when we expose you. Because there's nothing, it's undeniable. It's just the truth. Right? There's nothing you can do, but you tried to paint this image that you were good and you're all that. Right? It's easy for you to live a quote unquote peaceful life when you have it all. Right? But what happens when you don't? You know? And you're gonna see these Edomites chew horns when their 401k gets taken away from them. Right? They're gonna go right back to that same devil that they were, man. Okay?
It says, cover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Take thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, I will not meet thee as a man.
That's right, man. Our Lord is coming back in an angelic power, man. spiritual power, ready to level this place. None of you people are going to be able to contest. None of your armies, okay, your military force, your military might, okay, you devils, you spend all, especially America, they spend most of their money on their military, man, in vain, for naught. It's all going to be destroyed, man.
Verse 4, it says, our Redeemer, excuse me, the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent, and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more called the Lady of Kingdoms.
That's right, man.
I was wroth with my people. I am
and part of that reason is because they've actually never had war on their land. You see what I'm saying? Other than the Civil War skirmishes, but that was just to establish, United States. So that was nothing, man. No foreign entity was able to actually take you over, man. You see what I'm saying? But you've been able to go to other nations and take away and impose on their sovereignty, right? But guess what? That's actually going to happen to you, man. Go ahead.
A good example of that, what you're bringing out, is a lot of these countries, a lot of countries in America essentially had a skirmish with. They pushed their vibration onto those countries, even after the Cold War. For example, countries like there was a guy I was talking to at the workplace, because he's from Saudi Arabia, and around that region, like for example, a country like Libya, where America pushed its vibration on because they didn't agree with the philosophies of what Gaddafi wanted to do. Exactly. They wanted to have a currency that was actually backed on gold and so on and so forth.
Right.
And what did America do? America left the place in shambles, right? And that's why a lot of these countries are seeking refuge in Russia.
Right.
So,
right. Even in Africa, right? Those kind of West African countries, I believe Cameroon, or is it Niger, Salakia? Right, where they're rebelling against the French, right, the French government, right, and they're making better deals with Russia. You see what I'm saying? And that's all gonna affect, the hegemony of the West, man. All right, their dominance. So when you affect somebody's money, their economy, it's gonna eventually lead to war, man. Okay.
Verse 8, it says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them to thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, as thou verily laid thy yoke.
That's right, man. So even amongst the elderly of our people, they show no mercy, man. They don't set them up to where, then they'll be all right, taken care of. That's it. They got to have money, man. You gotta be, if you have to quote unquote invest into society. Right? You're actually going to have to be working until you're dead. You see what I'm saying? That's the way Esau set it up. If you haven't invested in his ways, and you got a job, 401k, whatever the hell they got. What's the other thing they have? When you retire, your pension and all these things. If you haven't actually, took part in society in that sense, you're done for, right? So what are you going to rely on? What are you going to do? You have to rely on the Lord. All right, and really, for us brothers here, we have to rely on the Lord to know that He's going to give us our daily bread. That's how we live. You see what I'm saying? We can't say 5 years old, 10 years old, I'm going to do this. We got to live daily. Yeah, we're men in the flesh, right? But at the same time, we got to be real as to what's going on here.
Just a quick one, just to add to what you were saying. This is James 4:15. It says. Instead of 14, it says, whereas ye know what shall be on the morrow, for what is your life? It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time, and then vanisheth away.
Right.
For we ought to say, if we shall live and do this or that. So that's essentially how we live. Like, especially like when we, reconvene for the next one. Lord's will, we do this,
right?
And we meet each other.
Right.
Remember what happened in, I think it was March of 2020, the Lord shifted and went completely different, right? And that was in a matter of 2 weeks, and that extended into 3 years. right? So Lord's will, we do this, we do that.
Yeah.
Lord's will, we get. The Lord has mercy upon us, right? So go back to
that's what's so like that shows that you're being meek. That shows you're being humble towards the Lord. You see what I'm saying? A lot of in this society, people boast of their endeavors, of their plans, of what they want to do in this world, not understanding that the Lord is in control of what their steps direct, man. Right?
verse Isaiah 47, verse 7, and it says, "And thou didst shall be a lady forever." So that thou didst not lay these things in thine heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Go ahead. Verse 8, it says, "Therefore hear now this, thou art given to pleasures, and dwellest carelessly, and sayest in thy heart, I am, and no one else beside me. I shall not sit down, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the laws of children." So that's essentially the comforts of this society. Because this society has become so comfortable to the point where people don't actually, consider these things. They don't consider that, oh man, what if there is no electricity tomorrow? What am I gonna do? They don't consider, what
Yeah,
if the
Salakia, you may mention there was a blackout in 2004. I don't know if you brothers remember that a long time ago. Yeah, 2003, one of them years. But it was big. It was out for like a week. You know what I mean? So what happens when it's once at a time? If that, you know what I mean? Okay.
verse 9, it says, "But the two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, and shall come upon thee in their perfection of the multitude of thy sorceries, for the great abundance of thine enchantments."
That's right. Lots of children, right? That's actually a painful thing to experience. You see what I'm saying? But that's actually what people are going to experience. They're going to have to go through those woes. Okay, you're going to have to go on top of it. Children and go through famine. Right? You're going to have to, the Lord's going to put you through a messed up state, man, before He actually incinerates you with nuclear missiles. Right?
It's one of those jobs right there.
Right. Spirit.
For verse 10, it says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in my heart, I am, and no one else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know whence it riseth."
Right. Why? You want to know why? Because your the demons are not going to be working with you anymore, man. Right? And they're slowly fading away. Baphomet ain't hidden as much as it used to. You see what I'm saying? So then you're going to try and increase on your sacrifices in order to get a vision on what you should do next. But everything that these demons are lining you up to do, they're setting you up for your own destruction, man. You see what I'm saying? That's why you're not going to know when your fall is coming, man. You're going to be caught off guard. Right?
It says, "Thou shalt be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, and thou shalt not know."
Because he's the type of guy, right? Let's say he has an answer for everything. You see what I'm saying? He's a know-it-all, so he doesn't want to be in the dark about things. He's done a quote unquote diligent search on many matters, man. All matters, to be honest. Or what if this scenario takes place? Oh, I got a solution for that. In X, Y, and Z, right? But guess what? You're not gonna have a solution for your how about Shimmy Al Shai, and the angels. You see what I'm saying? This is the Lord's movie, man. You're just a character, man. But you're not gonna humble yourself to that. We on this side, we humbled ourselves to the Lord's will. We know we're not in control, man. You know? From the time you figure that out, you Jakes, you'll have a better, smoother transition in this Babylon. You know? You Jakes want to fight Babylon. I mean, fight the will of the Most High, Salakia. You know? And that's why you're messed up out here, bogged out. Fine.
Just back here, brother. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 40. "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those evil days, yet even as pilgrims upon the earth.
That's right, man. Like we were saying, we gotta just daily bread, move, like whatever, anything can happen, man. You see what I'm saying? Now, not to say you can't, you know, find things or, you know, Lord bless you, or whatever the case may be, if you get whatever. But you gotta know that all these things are gonna be taken away from you. That's the mindset you gotta have, right? You start a business, you gotta know that that business is gonna go eventually. You see what I'm saying? That's the mindset you gotta have.
We don't have that forever mindset that these people, like you mentioned, when you were talking about that investing in that CPP and all that stuff.
Right.
In 20 years, we don't have that mindset.
Right.
Right? It's tomorrow. If we make it to tomorrow, then it's another tomorrow until this place crumbles, man.
Exactly.
We don't make 20-year plans in this place because we already seen through the prophecy this place is done.
That's right.
Right?
That's what's already written.
Gone.
We're gonna bank on the Lord, then bank on this world.
Gone.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. And on top of that, they don't even, the real economists, they're like, how is this economy still afloat? You know, theoretically, it should have already been imploded, man.
Right.
But it's all of the Lord, man. You know, he's holding back the four winds right now. It's not time yet.
Something like that.
Right.
This is Ezekiel chapter 24, verse 9. It says, therefore, thus says the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, woe to the bloody city, I will even make the pile for fire great. Heap on wood, kindle the fire, consume the flesh, and the spice it well, and let the bones be burned. Then set it empty upon the coals thereof, that the brass of it may be hot, and may burn, and that the filthiness of it may be molten in it, that the scum of it may be consumed. She has wearied herself with lies, and her great scum went not forth out of her. Her scum shall be in the fire, in thy filthiness, in lewdness, because I have purged thee.
I was gonna make a point and say that this is the only way this place is gonna be purged. The scum is gonna be purged by fire, and it actually brought it out. So it's good. That's right. Yeah. This is spirit.
Because I have purged thee, and
Because
thou
why?
was not purged.
This is actually a defiled land, right? Okay? Rape, robbery, murder. All right? The blood of the Israelites shed on this land. And it's not, right now, there's actually an imbalance in this world, man. Okay? And the Lord is not an imbalanced power, man. You see what I'm saying? So he requires that which has not. Okay? Just because you thought you got away with it, he'll let you ride to the sunset for, you know, a few hundred years. Let you think you got away with it. That's why you're going to be caught off guard. You see what I'm saying?
Because I have purged thee, and thou wast not purged. Thou shalt not be purged from thy filthiness anymore, though I have caused my fury to rest upon you. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai have spoken it, and it shall come to pass, and I will do it, and I will not go back, neither will I spare, neither will I repent. According to thy ways and according to thy doings shall they judge thee, saith the Lord Yahweh. Bashim Yahweh Shai. Next precept.
And this place will be judged, man. Right? All the scum that the brother was talking about, that goes into a lot of things. It goes into the witchcraft, it goes into the way the society is commanded, it goes into Esau ruling. That's the reason why this place is scum. It has to be purged out by fire, man. That's right. Because the sins have reached up unto heaven. Right? Babylon the Great, man. So it has to be purged. That's the final destination of this place.
Nehum, chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery.
That's right.
The prey departeth not.
That's right, man. This place is full of lies, and robbery, deceit, deception. Okay, there's no truth here, man. And if there is any truth, it's half truth. So it's still a lie, man. Okay? Right, they grow, yeah. That's right. That's right, man. And it's only through spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai we were able to wake up out of that, man.
That's right.
Because this witchcraft is strong, man.
That's right.
The wine.
Yeah.
The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the prancing horses and of the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses.
That glittering spear, man. What is that referring to? The ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, you're not just gonna put them in a museum. World War III is actually coming, man. A lot of you people want to put back the evil date, but that's not gonna be the case. Get ready to go to war with Russia, man. Okay.
And there is none end of their corpse. They stumble upon their corpse because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft.
That's right.
Behold,
The IMF, right? What's that stand for? Monetary Fund, right? Where they go and pretty much sell out nations, right? They have to bow to their will, they have to bow to their quote unquote economics and whatnot. But that keeps that nation at an economic disadvantage to keep the Edomites on top, man. Right? So you lose when you make deals with this devil.
You seen a documentary, Economic Hitman?
Right,
That's
right.
exactly what they do.
Right.
It's in the scriptures, man. They go in their nation and they depose a lot of things. And then they give you a threat while they're proposing it. So if you don't do it, this was going to happen. And then when you don't do it, then they go to phase 2. The phase 2 to take you out and put a puppet leader.
Right? Send the jackals, right?
The jackals, exactly.
Yeah. Right. They already have their leader that's actually born in that country. Right? They prime him up, they raise him up.
Yep.
And that way he can rile up the people in a sense. You know what I mean? So the people can relate to him in a sense, right? But he's an agent, man.
That's right.
yeah, go spy out the place.
Right.
Yeah. Spare out the land. Just like how we did. They do the same thing. Remember this on the backyard? This is Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Yeah. That's right, man. Because Esau set it up to where he reaps the rewards off of the backs of the other nations, man. You know? He takes all your gold, he heaps it all to himself. Right? The oil, the grease, you know, all these things, man. That he finds value. You know?
It says, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Shai of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness,
Right,
and the kingdoms thy shame.
That's right, the shame of this place, man. Like I was saying earlier, the Lord is going to expose this place. And how is he exposing this place? Through his prophets, right? We're out here on the highways and byways. We're actually a witness against this place, man.
That's right, on.
Okay, because we're testifying the wickedness of this place, man. So there's not going to be no excuse for Israelites and for you heathen nations, man. Okay, destruction is coming upon the whole world. All right?
It says, verse 6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
Right. That's why they're going to be like, oh, is this the man that fell? Right? Because he was the one that had it going on, right? He saw walking pumped and stout.
Right.
You know? Like I said, he always demands his respect. You know?
Right. That gazing stock he's gonna pretty much the curses gonna turn on top of him. Right. Just like how in Ezekiel 36:2, it tells you that Jacob become what's the word? Not a byword, but the word I'm looking for is infamy among the people. Esau is gonna be the infamy amongst the people in our kingdom too.
That's right.
So that's why I tell you, it's Isaiah 14. That all nations are narrowly looked upon. It's the same thing. That's how we're being looked upon narrowly.
Yeah.
Right? It's gonna be the same thing for Esau, man.
Right. Double.
Can't.
Double in the kingdom.
That's right, huh?
You know, a spiritual double.
Let's read this one verse here. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, and the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
That's going into America, man. Right? People don't think America's in the Bible. It's right here, loud and proud. You're not going to, the scripture's not going to say America, right, and North America, but it gives you different description, give the different metaphors, and how this place literally ran. It's in the scriptures, man. Right? That city, that well-favored harlot, right? Mystery Babylon. And only the prophets can break it down to you because the Lord gave the prophets those breakdowns to break it down for you people, man.
Let me jump down to verse 12. And it says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity.
That's right, man. Okay, how did you so-called white people get Canada? How did you get America? Okay, you established it by blood. You slaughtered the Native Americans. All right, and now you look down on those people, but they're the children of the Lord, man. They're Israelites, right? You look down on them to the point where you don't even consider them as a people, right? Why? Because they're all ducked off in reserves, polluted ass reserves.
Ecclesiastes 3, verse 15, and it says, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and Yahweh requireth that which is past. So all these different things that Esau has done to our people, Most High will require that. And that links up with, I think it's the Second Thessalonians, where it says it's a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense trouble on those that trouble us. And that is real justice, not these trinkets that Esau likes to give out to you at your workplace, BLM, all these different movements. That's not justice. Marching in the streets and complaining your block is messed up. That's not true justice at all. They're giving you all these millions of dollars, and the money's not even back by anything.
Right. It's being devalued by the day.
That's what let the slaves have.
Yeah.
It's coming for you. This is Isaiah 6 and 11. GMS, it is written. And then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. And the Lord have removed men far away, and there be a great forsaken in the midst of the land, right here. But yet in it shall be a tent, and it shall return, and shall be eaten, and a teal tree, and as an oak tree, whose substance is in depth, when they cast their leaves, so the holy seed shall be substance thereof. Because at the time of the famine of the word, also, you're going to look for the prophets, man, right? They're going to be, we're not going to be here, right? You're gonna be searching all over the place. We're going to be right in front of you, and you won't even know that's us, man.
Right.
We live right in the midst of all you people.
Right.
Right?
And then you people are going to have your own problems going on too.
God.
Right? Even though you're going to be trying to search for us, you're still not even going to find us for real. We're actually hidden in plain sight. Because people see us, but they don't see us. Right? You see them right now as we speak. People are going on like, yeah, these guys, whatever, they're here, whatever. You know? Whatever. You know, but then when you actually need us now, you need questions answered, and it's going to be too late, man. You think we're going to be breaking down the scriptures to you, man?
We can't teach that in 2 minutes.
No, wait.
Twice to seek the Lord while he may be found, because there will be a time when he won't be able to be found through his prophets.
That's right.
What's a precept? My God. Everybody else have anything?
That's some-
What's up?
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 12. Thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught.
That's right. So all you naysayers, right? You scoffers, you unbelievers, man, you're gonna be of naught. You know, anybody that was, giving us a hard time in the society, man.
Offers,
Right.
who came up and looked down on us,
Yep.
shook the head.
Right. The Lord saw that, man. The
Right.
Lord had his angels record that, document that, man. So he has a special judgment for you, man.
It says verse 13, for I, the Lord, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, thy power will hold
right now we're worms, man. We're defenseless, man. Okay? You see a worm when it's out, or whatever, it's just out in the open. The bird just comes, take it as a food, man. And we're food to these people, man. They have their way with us. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? The Lord said not to fear, man, because He's with us. That's a power we can trust on, man. You know?
And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. So he's going to make us strong. He's building us up.
Spiritual power.
Spiritual power, man. New bodies, man. Okay? Like X-Men, man.
That's right.
Righteousness, man. We're going to have all the powers, man.
That's right.
Anything we put our mind to in righteousness, we're going to be able to do it, man.
That's right.
What are you nations going to be able to do? You're not going to get blessed with spiritual power. Right? Even in the kingdom, the 2/3 eventually will get spiritual power, man. You see what I'm saying? So you people are not going to stand no chance. All right?
Think of limitless times a million.
Right. and that's why there's not going to be any war in our kingdom. Because you nation not going to be able to rise up, man.
Remember, it says one man shall chase 100, no, put 1,000 to flight.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I was watching the show, you guys, I don't know if brothers watched it, but it's called Invincible. And if you guys know about the Viltrumites, all right, they're like an elite race of people that want to establish order, a planetary, intergalactic order, right? But that's what we're going to be doing, man, in our kingdom. So we're going to actually have the power to do it, right? Just like how you see the Viltrumites with the super speed and the power, the strength, we're going to have that, man. Dominance. All right, we're gonna subdue you nations with that same power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
It says, thou shalt thrust the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills a shaft.
Going into your governments, right? You hire elite politicians, right? You people that has some kind of governance in this society. You're gonna become a God. Thus saith the Lord. That's right.
Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, and shalt glory in thy Holy One of Israel.
That's right.
Like Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 14, and it says, there was a little city, and a few men within it, and there came a king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor wise man. Then I said, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. The words of wise men are heard in quiet.
That's right. The words of wise men are heard in quiet. Okay, they despise the words of the poor, the weak, the humble. Right? They don't consider it. Why? Because it's not flashy. All right, it's not appealing to the eyes. You know, but they don't understand that it's sound doctrine. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? Stoic mentality, man. The spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Being able to operate in a day-to-day, man. You know?
And that's another thing too, why a lot of people don't consider it, is because when they listen to like the true prophets of the Lord, they don't look as decked out on the surface carnally, is what I'm saying.
Well, look,
like flashy garments
right.
and lineups and driving BMWs
right.
and so on and so forth.
Well, look at our setup, right? Like, you know, Esau, whatever, when he makes a report and he goes live and he has a administration hearing meeting or whatever, he has the cameras all over the place, the top quality cameras recording him, going live, you know? You know, and you know he's wearing his suit. And everybody's all prim and proper and speaking, you know, the proper English and whatnot, sounding all right. You see what I'm saying? So they don't consider us. But we know we're coming live off an iPhone 12 or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Plus we'll have those stupid ass suits on.
Right. You know, it's not all glamorous. the way they want it, glamorous, you know?
Man, the truth is rough.
That's right.
It's to the point.
That's exactly. That's what makes it the truth, man.
Back here for this.
That up too.
This is Ecclesiasticus 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. Is that what you holding?
You know what I'm thinking of that. Oh, God.
And look what he saith, he extolleth to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Yeah. Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
Whose man's is this?
Yeah, whose man's is this? Yeah. That's what they say.
And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
That's right. You know? They'll actually, you know, put people against you, man.
Yeah, that's us. Every time Volcan, that's what Volcan Malone literally did.
Right.
Every time we say something that he think is not biblical, he examined the videos and put it out. They try to come against us, man.
Right.
That's him saying, whose fellow is this? Right? Even with the truth in his face. Our people do that all the time. How many videos that they make? Falsehood of the Hebrew Israelites and all those videos.
Right,
It's the same thing, man. Right? Because we're those poor men. We're those men that's looked down upon in society. So everything that we say, even if it's the truth, right? It's pretty much swept under the rug.
Yeah.
You know, or swept underfoot.
That's why we're hidden in plain sight.
Con.
See what I'm saying?
That's right, huh?
Because it is what it is. We know we were out here. You get what I'm saying? We knew we were out here condemning people. We know we were actually warning our people to get right. But if you didn't want to get right, that's on you. The blood is off our hands, right?
That's because there's a joke on you.
Yeah. Definitely part of the sense of you.
It's like, if you really think of it, when you go through the scriptures, that's the way how the Lord chooses. The Lord always dealt with the Lord. He didn't deal with all the proud and the guy with the fancy garments and all that kind of stuff.
Right. So all you other camps, you Israelite camps, you need to actually model after Yahweh Shai, right? And you listeners that are stuck on which camp to follow, you need to read and understand how Yahweh Shai was, and see which camp is modeling after Yahweh Shai the best. And that's GMS, man. Okay, the truth, the sincerity, and meekness, man. 100% truth, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse, I start at 8. It says, now go write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever.
That's right. But right now we're doing it through a video, man. Because at the times past, they were writing down in a book, right? Yeah. But now we're able to do our epistles in videos, man.
That's right. It's modernized.
Yeah, that's right. You know, that way it goes to the World Wide Web, to the YouTube, man.
That's right.
And that does the heavy lifting. Our message gets across to who the Lord wants it to get, who wants to receive it, man. That's right. Okay? The Lord's in control of the algorithms, of the YouTube algorithms, man. Okay? Go ahead.
That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, and prophesy deceits.
That's right. They actually said the other lies. Yeah. I wonder what that says in the NLT. I can get that in the NLT. I want to hear that real quick.
Let me get the James for you and then can bring it back. Right. James 2 and 2 and the whole thing. For if there come unto you your assembly a man with gold ring and goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, you represent that poor man in vile raiment, right? Rough garment.
Halfway.
And ye have respect to him that wear the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit down here in a good place. Don't you see that with these fake ass pastors? Look at how they're treated, man. Right? Especially with African pastors with the Gucci's and the $1,500 suits on. Look at how these guys are treated, man. They're teaching them the lies, and say unto him, sit here in a good place, and say to the poor man, stand down there, get out of here. Or sit here under my footstool. Right? Are ye not then partial in yourselves, and are become judges of evil thoughts? Right? It's a cut. That's how people do it.
Because if you're doing good in society, you're walking in way. Because you're building up the system to build up the Edomite system, right?
So
world.
Working for the world, building it up.
You know, yeah, because say you're coming through with the nicest car, Lamborghini
Yeah,
Urus.
everything. Yeah.
Everybody wants to be your
welcome
friend.
you. You don't have to buy nothing at the store
Yeah,
again.
yeah, all them
you,
type
you
of
just
thing
walk
there.
in and you get free food,
Yeah.
free gift, free this. Oh, how did you get the car? What did you do?
Right?
How did you inherit so much wealth
Right.
and the riches?
Teach me your ways.
Teach me your ways.
Yeah.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Yeah.
You see the way they treat the celebrities, right?
Yeah.
The multi-millionaires, but whenever they go out, they get bags and packages.
Right.
Just because.
Right.
Right? People on the poor, their people in the poor society being suffered and they're being starved out. While these rich people who already have it are getting free shit.
Right.
That's just how it is in this society.
Okay, Isaiah 30, verse 8 in the NLT. It says, "Now go and write these words, write them in a book. They will stand until the end of time
Actually,
as a
is
witness
that
that
classic
ye
hand stuff with
are
that
stubborn rebels who
I don't
refuse to pay attention to the Lord's instructions." Verse 10, they tell the seers, "Stop seeing visions." They tell the prophets, "Don't tell us what is right.
That's right.
Tell us nice things. Tell us lies."
See that part again?
Yes.
They want us to tell them lies. They don't want us to tell them the 100% truth from the scriptures, from the Holy Bible, right? The KJV. You see what I'm saying? They rather continue in their folly and in their wickedness, man. When these instructions is actually to help them receive salvation, man.
That's right.
The impending destruction of the society. Okay?
Keep going. Okay, verse 11 it says, "Forget all this gloom. Get off your narrow path." Tell us, stop telling us about your Holy One of Israel. This is the reply of the Holy One of Israel. Because you despise, I tell you, and trust instead in oppression and lies.
They trust in oppression and lies. That's right, man. The ways of this world.
That's right.
All right, the ways of this world is oppressive, man. Okay? It was never set up for you to benefit here.
It's not your rest.
It's not your rest. Okay? You're a continual slave in the society, man.
That's right.
Okay? Whether you know it or not. Right? Okay?
Verse 13, excuse me. It says, "Calamity will come upon you suddenly, like a bulging wall that bursts and falls."
That's right. This is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, man. You Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Okay? And if you don't repent, okay, the Lord's going to actually put judgment upon you, man. A lot of our people are going to be put to death. Right? Go ahead.
Continuing on, it says,
They trust in oppression, right? It said trust in oppression. A lot of these people, they took part in that jab that was going around 2020, man. They actually put trust in that. They believed in that. They thought that was going to save them. They never had faith in the Lord, right? So, go ahead.
in an instant, it will collapse and come crashing down. You will be smashed like a piece of pottery, shattered so completely that it won't make a piece big enough to carry coals from a fireplace or a little water from the well. This is what the Lord, the sovereign Lord, the Holy One of Israel says.
That's right, the Holy One of Israel. Okay, this is not the God of everybody. This is only the God of Israel, the God of the Israelites. Okay? Go ahead.
Only in returning to me and resting in me you will be saved.
What? Read that part again.
Only in returning to me and resting in me
What?
will you be saved.
That's right, man. So how do you return unto the Lord? Submit yourself unto the Heavenly Father by, believing in Him, having faith, and keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Okay? Because we live in a society where you can't keep the laws 100%, man. You see what I'm saying? If we kept the laws 100%, we'd actually be in jail. Or end up dead. You see what I'm saying? So we got to use wisdom in this place. Okay? We got to use wisdom amongst our enemies. You see what I'm saying? These other nations that are not Israelites, they're our enemies. Okay? And they plot on our downfall day by day. They set up shop in your neighborhoods. They extract from you. They extract your resources. You see what I'm saying? They're not for you. They sell you poison, right? And they make profit off of it. They have the backwoods ready for you at the shop. You know, whatever the agent they have to kill you, to mess up your spirit, to take you away from the Heavenly Father, knowing who you are, man. Because they want you in a state of not knowing. Once you're in a state of not knowing, they can rule over you, and it's still easy for them to rule over you. Okay?
I may also add to the point about the resources.
Right.
One of the things that constantly continues to occur, like in the Caribbean islands, where the tribes are situated,
Right.
is the fact that a lot of the heathen nations are there extracting those very resources.
Right.
And not building up those tribal lands, not building up and giving opportunities to their own people.
Right.
They're bringing all those resources back to their own countries, like China,
Right.
America, and that's building up this society.
Right.
And they're not actually for the people at all.
Yeah, because China's all over the Caribbean, Jamaica especially, right? And you have the East Indians, they're setting up shop.
Yeah.
Right, the Syrians.
Another example is the company ExxonMobil. They deal with the oil, petroleum, and they've been extracting resources in Guyana for such a long time, in Venezuela as well.
Right,
And these countries are in families.
right.
And now they have
And that's
war.
what you Israelites dwell.
They're warring over each other. Same people.
Yeah, Guyana and Venezuela are about to have a war.
Piece of land.
Started by who? The so-called white man, the devils that the Bible speaks about, man.
I don't know if you've seen that video of the Guyanese president that was being interviewed.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
The Edomite interviewed
Yeah.
him, and he was basically trying to make it seem like he was the bad guy,
Right.
but he put him in his place. You know?
Yeah.
This is Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us.
That's right. We're scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay? That's wherever you were born. That's where if you're an Israelite, that's where your captivity is, man. So you're catching a different type of hell wherever you are. Okay? In the West, in the first world countries, it's more of a mental battle. In the third world countries, it's more of a physical battle. But we all go through physical battles, even in the first world, man. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. And then you also have our people that are scattered amongst these other nations that may look like the other nations. All right, through generations. That's why he's talking about throughout the whole world. You know, Jake, right? We know we like to get it in. So obviously we're gonna look like the other nations through reading, man.
Miscegenation.
Right. It is what it is. That's just what it is. Okay?
That is nature that colorblind.
Right.
And it goes into like generations of Jacob, devastation, whether it's war,
Right.
in the dark ages, taking the heathen women.
Right.
And eventually what brings forth is a child that doesn't look like what's in this world.
Right.
Right? So that's why spiritual come across certain people.
Right.
Because their spirit might bear witness with yours.
Right, because this is not a color thing. You see what I'm saying? This is a spiritual thing. But color is an indicator.
Isn't it a seed thing?
It's a seed. It's of the seed. It's of the seed, and then it's spiritual. Because that's how you determine, right?
It says,
It's like the same thing that happened in Genesis, the 6th chapter, when everyone get messed up over the word giants and all that stuff, and Nephilim, right? That's so-called race mixing. That's the Israelites back then, the sons of God, mixed in with these heathen women, man, right? And the same thing happened.
you know, I heard that story in a different way.
Exactly. Because
I heard-
break it down.
Angels slept with women.
You are the angel. The word angel doesn't
Bring
mean messenger.
forth,
That's
it's
it.
be messenger, I know.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
Right.
You
they're
are the
talking
messenger.
about like the spiritual angel sleep with mortal women. That's impossible.
That's impossible.
Right.
Let me get that.
Right.
Celestial body.
You gonna get that? You get the one in the ring. Oh. Because angels can't have sex. But yeah.
Let me finish this one.
Right.
There's different types of flesh.
That's right. That's right.
It says, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all.
What? Read that part?
For a reproach and a curse,
Right?
and to be subject to payments.
That's right. So in this society, we're subject to payments, man. We have to go to work to pay our bills, to pay our taxes, man. This is a curse. We have to pay tribute to Caesar, man.
Yeah.
To our
You're
enemies.
the tax man.
You see what I'm saying? And he's not telling you about the tax, different tax loopholes, right?
Yeah.
He wants you to continue
Yeah.
in the
Follow the
right,
tracks.
the snares that he set up for you, right?
It
Right?
says, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
In regards to the bodies,
But how can we prosper in the land of our captivity, though? We
First,
can't. The system was built for them,
Right.
not for us.
Right. Right.
But the only way you can do that is only when you come back onto the
That's
Heavenly
it.
Father.
That's
right.
it.
So you have to come back onto the truth
That's it.
and
And
realize
walk in it.
and realize that you fucked up. You gotta repent.
That's where you find the rest.
Yeah. And you gotta get that washing. You gotta get that washing of the mind.
Because
So come back.
I was watching a video, my brother, about Vladimir Putin. That he opened the vaults of Russia
Oh yeah.
to show all the true images of the people of the Most High, the Israelites.
Right.
But you know that they trying to cover that up. They're trying to say that the painting, over time, the painting got black.
Right. Right.
But it's like the hands are dark, but the clothes is, I mean, like,
yeah, exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're really trying hard
Yeah.
to hide the people of the Most High, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And, it's out the back, man. And any, for our people that did see it, they're probably, and they don't care. They're in denial because that means they have to change, and they don't want to. It takes too much, right?
We become pacified on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're talking like 400 or 500 years.
For sure, man.
You become pacified generation after generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember as a kid too, it's like I remember seeing that image of, what's the dude's name? Yeah, Cesare Borgia. And I used to look at that joint and I'd be like, that's what Christ looks like? And then he makes you feel inferior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the angels, everybody is white. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how they pacify us with those images. You know what I mean?
You become what's that? Insecure about yourself. Yeah.
That's
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have self-confidence anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
College class. That's what the college class is.
Let's run as a scripture.
This is First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathens had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
Right. That's why even now, when they got ours, within the different empires, the Greek Empire, they'll chisel the nose, right, to make it seem like it was them. But they,
Like that were painted the image.
right.
Yeah. At the dinner table too. And all of that, right?
But you know, all that, it's an envy thing. You know what I'm saying? It's an envy thing. So they hide the real people from the world.
Right.
This is a picture of King David. He knows he's God.
Yeah, they shot it off. Break it off.
Nothing else is God except for the
Right.
Because that's an identifying marker for the Israelites. You ruled for 920 years. The Byzantine Empire. The Israelites. Taken down in 1336. And then scattered through 4 winds. Yeah, I know.
You have more on that, Mark? Brother, you have that scripture?
In regards to the bodies,
Yeah.
But you know, I was watching a
Let the
video.
brother- let the brother
Yeah,
bring
go
it
ahead.
out. You can say,
just in regards to the bodies, 1 Corinthians 15, I'll start at 39. It says, all flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. Verse 40, it says, there is also
Celestial flesh. So how can an angel or a messenger of God lay with a woman?
That's right.
It's impossible.
Also, it says,
It's like a dog and a cat can't have babies. It's a different flesh.
different kind.
Yeah.
Right? So that the angels,
Yeah.
listen, the angels in heaven come down here. They don't understand that. Then when we break it down for them, they say, "Oh, that's not it." But we're breaking it down so it can make sense.
Right.
We're the angels, man. Those judges,
That's right.
because they don't look at words. They just see
Yeah.
words there,
Yeah.
and it's angel having sex. But when you look up the word, you already see what it means.
right? And it shows you, it breaks it down simple for you to understand, man. That's what we're here.
And we live in a society now where first it was angels were little babies, thinking babies, Edomite, so-called white babies. Now women are calling themselves angels.
Right.
But the angels are men.
Right.
Right? They're the men form. And the likeness of the Most High.
But the Lord is dealing with men.
That's right. Right? You know? So there's a lot of confusion on the earth, man. Why? Because of the so-called
we're in a different kingdom, fam. This is their kingdom.
Right.
So their rules, their philosophy.
The scripture says, come and sit
You know
with
what I'm
dust,
saying?
man. This is the dust. That's right. We have all manner of philosophies out here, man. Right? That's why the prophets are here to set it right. That's it.
What is it? Psalms 83.
Read the rest.
Yes, that's the rest. Finishing off, it says, and bodies terrestrial, meaning the earth, but the glory of the celestial one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another.
That's right. So that cuts that. You know?
Yeah.
Giants. You know,
Yeah,
angels
marines,
dealing with
giants. Bro, we're seeing that every day. We're seeing Jake having sex with these other nations, and then they're making those basketball babies, tall as hell, dunking, flying all over the place. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing that every
But
day.
you know what, man?
So it's
We've
just,
been doing that for
the scripture says there's
centuries,
nothing new under the sun. That's right.
thousands of years. Didn't Nehemiah whoop Israel for that?
Exactly.
Moabites,
And
Ammonites.
another thing too, where we got to consider, our stature got lower too.
Right.
Right? So back then we were taller.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's right.
Society back then, environment was much harder, much taller.
The earth was young. The
Right.
was different. Longer. The air was different. If you were to take our bodies now and take it back to the time of Adam's time, we would be dead, man. This body cannot live in that time. Right?
Everything now, the food, everything is garbage. So weak.
We could just let them
Yeah.
Time.
Alright, bring it up. Okay.
Nehemiah 13, verse 23, and it says, in those days I saw Jews and had bearing wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab, so essentially the other nations.
Yeah.
And children speak half the speech of Ashdod and cannot speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and looked off their hair, and made them swear by Yahweh, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons.
Hold it right there. That's the reason why we're speaking the language of the nation, because who's the first teacher? The woman. And when we marry unto them, they're supposed to take on our culture, man. But in that time, you already know Jacob was going to get weak when it comes to the woman. So they were letting those heathens teach our children their languages, man. It's supposed to be the other way around, right? That's why it's a command. The Lord made it to for us to not marry them, because Jacob
No covenant. Make no covenant.
Jacob weak when it comes to the pussy, man. That's just how it is, right?
I don't know, something just what came to my mind, what the brother was saying about which is impossible.
I just have a little bit more. It says, nor take their daughters unto your sons or for yourselves.
Right.
Did not
Solomon sinned by doing these things, right? So here's the thing. That's what I'm thinking.
Yet among many nations was there no king like him,
Right.
for he was beloved of his power, and Yahweh made him king over all Israel.
Right.
Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause him to sin.
Right, even the wisest king of all, King Solomon.
So
Right?
basically-
Yahweh Shai. It's okay.
I'm gonna break it down.
The wisest king of all, Solomon, right? He fell, right? Because when we just got into the land, what did the Lord say to us? What did the prophet say? Don't marry these heathen nations, man. Right? Because the daughters will turn our minds. And vice versa. Right? So it's a commandment, man. It's part of the law.
But here's the thing. I'm not sure where, but in our history, right? Not King Solomon, but I'm saying, hasn't there been other Israelites that there's a law, And if you take a heathen woman, she has to shave her head or something like that. And she has to basically subdue to you and your God.
When you go to war,
War.
and
When Jacob
that
got
woman from war, from the spoils, she comes home and just like kill her family or whatever.
right, it's supposed to be a month.
Yeah.
Mourn for a
She
month.
got to mourn for a month and chill, and then
But guess what?
she shaved and
Yeah,
all of that.
every generation, the scripture was talking about that generation that always forget about the past. So when the more Jake conquered, right, there comes a generation that's gonna be like, you know what? I love this people. They get weak, man.
Right.
You forget to apply the pressure, keep the foot on these nations' necks.
Right.
Right? So that's what happened.
Well, the scripture says, then you run out your wits for money,
Right.
Right.
right? Then
Jake always get
Great men fell, right? And Solomon is a good example of that, right?
well, this is just something that because it was on my mind when you came up and said about angels hearing, right? So this is Matthew chapter 19, verse 12. It says, "For there are some eunuchs which were so born from their mother's womb, and there are some eunuchs which were made eunuchs of men. And there be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. He that is able to receive it, let him receive it."
So that's like Paul in a sense, right? Because Paul never had a wife or nothing like that.
Some people are born without sex organs, right? With parents, they can't do anything about it. And then there are men who choose like
They
Paul.
chop off this stuff.
In slavery, like back then, they used to castrate our men.
Castrate,
So,
yes.
So some men
Were made
were made
eunuchs. Some men choose to be eunuchs for the kingdom. I got you.
Or there are other ones that weren't mentioned. A lot of
And
women.
that's why it says in Corinthians chapter 7, verse 32, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 32, it says, "But I would have you without carefulness, that he that is unmarried, careful for the things that belong to the Lord." Yahweh Shai. How he may please the Lord. Yahweh Shai. But he that is married, care for the things that are of the world.
Right.
How he may please his wife.
Right. So that's two different type of men, even in the truth. Right? You have a family or whatever, you have to balance it. It's a balance at the end of the day. But a man with no family, no wife, guess what? He's going to be occupied in prophecy. He's going to be more focused on the Lord. So that's why Paul is telling you, it's kind of easier that way. Okay? To not have a wife, not have children, not have a family, and just focus on this thing, man. Right? That's why we see our other apostles. I don't think a lot of them have children. Some people do. But the apostle Gabar, he always talk about that, right? He was like, I'll get mine in the kingdom.
But
Right?
isn't that like according to the strength that the Most High gives you? Because some men can do that, and some men can't.
Every man has their own portion.
Yeah.
Right? That's spirit.
But like it's you know, at the end of the day, it's still easier for a man who doesn't have children or whatever. You know?
Even though we can have multiple women, it's not expedient during this time.
Exactly.
Doesn't really make any sense. Women are they're distracted.
They are. Women and children are liabilities in general. Especially in this time. Right? 100% right.
Yeah, so it just makes sense. I mean, you have to do what you gotta do. You want to get a paid service, by all means, and then you keep it moving. At the same time, like it's a lot easier when it's just you and the Lord, and you just focused on Him, and and the Lord's making you sharper, building you up in that time anyway.
That's right.
So that's also
Right.
So we could do
Because we're not against family, we're not against wives, we're not against children, we're all for life. But when it comes to this truth, I was just telling you, right, the less distraction you have, the better it is for you to get this knowledge and preach it and be better at it, man. That's just what I'm saying.
Did you have a...
Die?
No, it didn't die. I just want to make sure it doesn't die.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? So you guys are still good. Second Ezra 14 and 17, if a brother can bring that up. Start at 16. Actually, start at 15. Salakia. 14, 14. 14 and 14, Salakia.
14 and 14?
Yeah.
Okay, Second Ezra 14 and 14 says, let go thee mortal thoughts.
That's right.
Cast away the burdens of man, put off now perfect nature. Verse 15, it says, set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee in these times. Verse 16, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done thereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker in age.
That's right. So the world has gotten weaker through age, man. You know? Especially through these different rulers. And Esau, Edom, the ruler now, man, he's totally destroyed this place. Okay? Because at least in the other previous kingdoms, there wasn't no pollution and nothing like that, man.
But he's a vessel of destruction.
That's right.
So he has to do what he was created.
That's right. You think? I don't know if we can even say it because that would typically work. But the C word that ends with an R, right? You think that was going on in the previous kingdoms, man? You know, now here it's just a normal thing. You know, kind of see whatever it is what it is. You know, and you people actually buy into thinking that's normal, man. You know, you don't want to solve the problem. You don't want to think about, oh, maybe it's the way I eat, right? Maybe I can try and reverse this by doing herbs, all right? No, you want to go do Esau Edom's way, man, the so-called white man's way, chemo and all these weirdo therapies, and I don't fucking work, you know?
That's that whole business, that whole situation is the business of the Edomites, man.
That's right.
Because it takes a lot of money to indulge in that. To get all that therapy and all that stuff. Like you said, they don't trust in the herbs.
Right.
Right? And what make our people have these cancer and all these other diseases? Because
The food, man, the food.
dietary law.
That's right.
Right? The Lord gave us a dietary law where you're not supposed to eat certain things.
That's right.
Right? So we're doing it to the best of our ability in this kingdom of food and violence.
That's right. That really, the spirit of the Lord is preserving us, man. You know, that's what we have to rely on now, because all the food is tainted. No matter how good we eat here, man, we're trying to.
Exactly.
You know?
Everything is, you're right, everything is tainted.
Right.
Everything.
That's right.
I'm gonna finish that last part when we were talking.
Okay, yeah.
Catch up on just straight to the point here. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and I'll start at 9. It says, but if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn.
And to burn. That's what I'm saying. Not everybody have that. The Most High don't give everybody that strength. To like, some man can walk without a wife. You know what I'm saying? Some can't. You know what I'm saying? So it's about the ability the Most High gives you, right?
That's right. And the woman was made for the man. You know, that's why at the end of the day, we need women, man. All right? Anybody telling you otherwise is off, man.
The woman is a pillow of rest.
That's
You know?
right.
Like I said before, we're not against family, we're not against wives, we're not against children. All for that, but we're saying as you walk in the street, if you don't have those, it's easier.
And then you also,
Less distraction.
you gotta be real with yourself. You gotta be a realist as well, man. You see what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand that you're not gonna be living the life of a normal person that doesn't have this truth, man. You see what I'm saying? We're living for daily bread. We're living day by day. These people are living for 20, 50 years down the line. That's right. You see what I'm saying? So our mindset's gonna be different. You know? What's up, Mark?
It's a quick precept. In regards to the verbs,
So I wanted to ask about
Hold on. Yeah. Go on.
Psalms 104, verse 14, it says, he causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and the herb for the service of man, and he bringeth forth food out of the earth, and the wine that maketh glad the heart of man, the oil to make his face shine, bread strengtheneth man's heart. Right? So the Lord created these different medicines out of the earth that he be of service to
still gotta pray. Before you use the herbs, you still gotta pray that the Most High makes it heal, man. Makes it help you. I mean, you know what I mean? Although it's still work, but prayer is gonna amplify it, man.
That's right. Just
Right?
to add to what you're saying as well. That's what King Hezekiah did. And what essentially what happened when he did pray, he
But that's the dude that prayed for 15 more years.
God, exactly. Right? He had the prophet Isaiah with him, and essentially he got his life extended, right?
Right.
Prayer as well.
And then another thing, because said the oils to make your face to shine, there's been a resurgence. It's always been here, but I see a lot. It's picking up mainstream. But the castor oil, the raw castor oil, a lot of people are starting to use that again, and they're actually starting to digest it. It clears them out, and it has all type of benefits, man.
Black seed oil.
Yeah, all these oils, man, they're good for you, making your face to shine.
A lot of good oils out there.
Right.
It's the herbs.
Whether you apply it topically or you ingest it, it helps, man. You know?
You were saying something about wine makes the heart glad, right? I grew up, well, my folks, 70 Adventists. So they would like get on me like, you're not supposed to drink. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you get drunk, it's a sin. But everything must be done in moderation. Where like, oh, I'm a Christian, I don't drink. I'm like, where in the Bible, you know what I'm saying, you can show me that where the prophets never drink.
Right.
Christ drank. They call Christ a wine bibber.
Exactly. Yahushua was known as a wine bibber and a drunk.
Yep.
Jesus, quote unquote Jesus, who the world calls Jesus.
Yeah.
He drank wine, man. And they called him a drunk.
Make the spirit merry, but not to get wasted where you're stumbling and falling. And,
Outside, you're not supposed to drink.
Yeah, you can't be drunk, wasted in public. In your home, you can be wasted if you want to. You know what I mean?
because, as you
You can't
say,
be a drunkard. There's a difference between being drunk and a drunkard.
okay, here's one. It just came to me. When Noah planted the vineyard and he got drunk, was that a sin?
No, not at all.
But what his son did, look at his nakedness, was a
Right,
sin.
that was a sin. Yeah,
God,
you know?
damn Hamites.
Right.
So this is Proverbs 20:1. So I just look at some scriptures on. So it says, "A wine is a mocker,
Strong drink is raging."
and whoever is deceived thereby is not wise." So this also goes into philosophy, right? But that can also make you drunk spiritually. But the physical wine that we're talking about right now, if we're not balanced with the drinking, it can go off, man. It can make you do a lot of weird
Right.
shit.
Right. It's called
Sober.
Right.
That's why you sober.
That's right. And that's why it's called spirits, right? Because each different alcohols have different spirits on them, man. And that's why you shouldn't always mix it either. You gotta know that's this don't go with this, or else I'm gonna end up like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, wasted, man.
It's lifted off your feet.
Right.
Fine.
So if you're drinking something with wisdom, just drink that the whole night.
Straight.
Drink it straight. Don't mix it with another liquor, with another spirit. But who knows what those two spirits can do to you, man? Right?
I got something here.
Just listen.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 14. I'll start at 25 and come down. It says, "Then shalt thou turn it into money and lend up the money in thy hand, and shall go unto the place which the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh thy power, shall choose. And thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink,
That's going into tithing.
or for whatsoever thy soul desireth, and thou shalt eat there before the Lord, Yahweh, and thou shalt rejoice thou, and thy household, and in thy household, in thy household."
But that's also for tithing, right? Like if you something like that. Like,
When you go to work, and like by the night comes down, you're supposed to make your pay every night.
well, you
You're
know,
supposed to get your pay by
Esau
sundown.
mixed that up.
That's right.
And you work at the end of the week. No, it's the same day
That's
you're
right.
supposed to get.
With
Yeah. You could die and not get no money.
That's
Devil,
right.
man. Right.
So it's like you can go shopping and go buy what you desire, what you lusted for. Your hard work paid. So if you want a sheep, you go buy a sheep. If you want a goat, buy a goat. If you want wine, buy
Buy
wine.
wine.
If you want strong drink, get strong drink.
It's barter.
You know, you go home and you drink, you eat at home. Or in the tent.
I got one, brother. I was talking to my mom this morning. I was talking about the book of Daniel and the four beasts. The fourth beast in Christianity, they talk about this dinosaur-looking thing. But I know I heard something that in Ezra it described what the fourth beast is. It's an eagle, right? The eagle.
Yeah. Because like, the reason why they break it down like that, like a dinosaur and all that, that's all metaphorical. Right? So us, the prophets, we can bring that down. So let's get it.
Because
I know it stands for the Idumea, Edom, because their symbol is the eagle. All their kingdoms have the eagle. But in modern Christianity, they don't tell you that it's the eagle. They say it's like a dinosaur beast kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to be exposing. You don't want anyone to know what it is.
So that's why they took the 14 books out
Right.
to hide that.
well, also, right, the reason why it's been written metaphorically is because you don't want to call out these other nations, or else they would have to get rid of the writings of the book.
They're to burn it.
Right? So if they get a hold of our book, they'll be like, they'll read it, and be like, oh, okay, this is not us. Right?
Burn it.
Remember, there was
Like
a
the
time
Babylonians
period-
and all
there
the
was a
other
time period
people.
you couldn't walk with the Bible.
Right.
Remember, there was a time
Read
period.
it.
That's coming back.
Right. Right. It's coming back as well.
That's coming back. The more the truth comes out, the more they're gonna start banning stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna make different laws.
Yeah.
Change time and seasons.
So back into that beast you asked about, it says Daniel chapter 7, verse 7. Right. And it reads, and this I saw in the night visions, behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, right, and strong exceedingly.
This is the Roman Empire.
It stomped the earth with its residue, right?
It's
The Roman Empire, the iron.
Back after the third, which is the Greeks. Now this is the Roman Empire. Read.
And it had great iron teeth.
Right.
It devoured and brake into pieces and stamped the residue with the feet
Right.
of
So
it.
all these nations, when Rome came into power, man, all these other nations around got subdued. Right. They turned to vassal states. Right. Different places where you wouldn't even know that Rome was there. Rome was there, so that's what they did. They dumped the residue through wars, right? And that's how the rest of the nation got so Greek.
It said that the iron teeth, right? Isn't that the Slack?
He represents power or strength.
It devoured and brake into pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. It was diverse from all the other
Right, he was
beasts.
diverse among other beasts because
Yeah.
other beasts, they had monarchs, they had kings that passed on to, well, my son's gonna rule next. Or if you don't have a son, my next heir or whatever. But in the Roman Empire, you had the Senate, you have just what we have right now in this.
Yeah, I was just about to say we're still in Rome.
Right.
Greco, we're still under Rome.
It's the revised Roman Empire.
Right. So
Egypt, Babylon,
Yeah.
Egypt.
Everything in Egypt, Babylon. It's
So
like,
let's focus on the
yeah.
right. If I can just say it's a lot that came to me because it's in the iron teeth, but we're in the kingdom of the iron mixed with clay, right?
The feet.
Right. The feet, which is the foundation, but that's a shitty foundation. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Let me add a quick point about the diverse. Why was this diverse? Because in this kingdom, in Rome, they had these democracy.
Yeah, the Senate. Yeah.
As well as, for example, that practice of inauguration. Right.
Just like the states.
Just like the
Yeah.
states.
Just like here.
That's that practice goes back to augury, right? And augury was kind of like a soothsayer. That was like essentially it was witchcraft, and then you would have somebody present while the Caesar was coming up into the office and taking that leadership role, and that's what inauguration goes back to. It's
Right.
essentially
Same
the
thing.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bird reading.
Yeah.
It's bird reading, right? So it's represented as the eagle, right? But the bird,
Yeah, so it's very, all these metaphors and all the words go back to Esau.
That's right.
So, Mr. Anthony,
Right.
Just to
Well,
finish
it's like even amongst Esau's government, he calls it a caucus, right? Going back to the Caucasian, you know what I mean? Knowing who he is, you know? So he's actually exposing himself. Exactly, go ahead.
just to finish off, it says it was diverse from all the other beasts for before it, and it had 10 horns.
Right.
Okay, the 10 horns, is that like 10 ruling countries?
Like,
No. Horn means power.
Right.
So 10 horns or the 10 toes. No.
10 horns is the states that push the Roman Empire back.
Like
It's like how now you have NATO and the beast. Yeah, they had their thing back then too, right? So like the beast right now, you have the beast now and the NATO they push, but with the 10 horns, like when it comes to like wars, they have all those other countries that come together and give them that power. So the same thing like that.
7 main heads.
So in Ezra now, it's going to tell more about, because Gabriel never gave Daniel the description of the beast, right? But it's supposed to be in Ezra, right? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. The description of the fourth beast.
All right.
And also, I think he's talking about the one in the second Ezra where he talks about, I think it's in chapter number 14, when he goes into the feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the feathers have to go back to the Roman, the different emperors?
Alright. So this is Revelation 17 and 1. And it came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Babylon.
The great war is going into Babylon, the great, which is America.
Right.
Right? And the waters that is sitting on is the other nations.
That's right.
Right? The other nations, just like how the Roman Empire went around conquering other nations and subduing them, that's what that represents, the waters.
Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk.
Businesses and all that stuff, right? And when they, once you come into that, like we were saying, once Esau, gets a grip on the water, he starts pushing his own policies on it. That's how the other nation gets drunk. With his policies and his mind,
Drunk with the wine of her fornication, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
And so you have the scarlet-colored beast. It's like that woman, which is America, right? It represents the great war. The beast is going into NATO and EU, right? And that's what's giving the war the power in order for her to do the thing that she's doing in the society, right?
The 7 heads would be NATO, and then the European Union would be the 10 horns. Okay? The EU, right? And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Right? And pretty much
All this crazy
these
stuff that they push in trans and
right.
homosexual, all
Right.
that weird
All
shit.
those things. You see what I'm saying? Pedophilia. But that's coming down the pipeline too, man. All type of crazy shit, man.
Yo, I heard that over here you can marry an animal.
Zoophilia is legal in Canada, man. In Canada, zoophilia, whatever, is legal here, man. So it's a wicked place.
Yo.
I got that same script that you did. This is second Ezra. I start at 11 verse 40. I can start what I start at 40. And the 4th came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
Yeah, so like
For the
that's
earth,
going into the fourth beast, right? Tell you all the things that he did when he came into power, right? He deceived the whole world back then, just like what we're doing now, right? So the thing is not like the scripture said there's nothing new under the sun. When that beast got revived, what we're seeing now is what went on back then. Read.
let's jump to 39. Salaki. Verse 39 it says, "Are not thou it that remainest of the fourth beast, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their time might come to them?
Right.
And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past,
Right.
and had power over the world."
Right. So the beast that was passed, when you go into the Bible, when you say the Babylonian,
Medes and Persian, Greece, Rome.
right? So the same thing.
And for the fourth came and overcame all the beasts, that's all the kingdoms mixed up, that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass
Right.
the earth with much wicked oppression, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
Right.
For the earth has thou not judged with truth, for thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable.
And that goes into the Israelites, right?
Yeah.
When you go into the history of what the fourth beast did to the Israelites, man, they murdered our children, right? When they were looking for the Lord, they didn't know who the Lord was. So like, when they couldn't find the Lord, when the wise man tricked his ass, right? The Idumeans, what happened? They went around slaying all the babies under 3 years old.
Sarah weep for her
right? So that's
children.
part of it. Yeah, because he made a decree to slaughter the males, right? 100% under 3. You know?
Yeah. It says, "Thou hast loved liars and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come upon unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty."
Because they will be judged for what they touched the Lord's apple. That's what.
Israel is the apple of the Most High's eye.
Because we never did anything to Edomites.
It says, "And has cast them,
His judgment is
and
in
has
Obadiah.
cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm."
Right. We didn't do it. Listen, when we were ruling in that time, we had our own kingdom. The Greeks came, which another set of Edomites, right? And then the Romans came, right? We never did anything to them. So there has to be a judgment for that, man. We're putting your hands on the Israelites. Even in this time, we never did anything to you. But we know through prophecies it has to happen.
Yeah, it's a
So
perpetual
the judgment has to
hatred,
happen
man,
also.
from the womb.
Right.
The highest also has looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled.
Right.
No, Salakia. Let me go to 43. I think I see it. "Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come upon the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. The highest also has looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. And therefore appear no more the eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor the wicked feathers, nor thy malice heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return."
So the whole kingdom of the fourth beast is going to be destroyed.
That's
Right?
Esau.
These feathers and all these
Esau.
claws
Yeah.
represents their armies.
That's going
represents
into
their power. You know what I'm saying? So
Jacob
all
holding
that's gonna
on
be
to his
destroyed,
heel,
man.
right?
And that's the only thing that's going to be when the scripture talks about the bird being destroyed. That's the last kingdom that needs to go for the kingdom of heaven to be ushered in, man. Right?
"Being delivered from thy violence, that she may hope for the judgment and mercy
Right.
of him that made her."
Exactly.
But
Yes.
that's still not it. It's the one where I think it was Gabriel, Ezra fasted. He fasted, and then the angel came to him and revealed what he never revealed to Daniel to him. That's what I'm.
Because that's spiritual also.
Yeah.
That's spiritual because people might say, like when you're born in your lot, if you cut off on this person, you can meet this person when you come back, right? Like Daniel is
like the reincarnation,
John, right? So
thing.
John got to break down what Daniel saw. So that's the same person, right? But it's a spiritual thing. And we're not pushing too much on you, but
the top,
yeah.
Second Ezra 7, verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights before. And he said unto me, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my God Yahweh. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river, who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it. If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the bride? There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of good things.
This is all metaphors.
The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Right.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water.
Right. So for the kingdom of heaven, you're not gonna just get the kingdom of heaven just like that. Right? You're gonna have to go through trials and tribulation. Right? You have to go through being tempted. Right? We're gonna come to the final temptation. Yeah. No cigarettes. Okay.
Purified, like iron is tried in the fire.
Fire and water. That's right.
One only path between them, both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man go there at once.
Right. That's so beautiful this truth is, man. That's why it tells you broad is the way, man, and narrow is you live unto life. Right? So that's how this truth is being looked at right now. Ezra is seeing it just like that. Because if it was the opposite way around, you'll have a bunch of men coming in this thing, a bunch of people coming into this thing, and then you know when a bunch of jigs come together, what happened. Right? So this is just for the elect few.
If the city now were given unto man for an inheritance,
Right.
never shall pass the danger set before it,
Right.
how shall he receive this inheritance?
Exactly.
And I said, It is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion.
Right.
Because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, that then was the decree that now is done. Then were the inheritances of the world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, and full of perils, and very painful. For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight, have vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
Exactly. So this thing you have to go through that straight gate, man. Right? You have to go through the trial, the tribulation, the perils, the hard times. All of us have to be tested. The ultimate test is coming, man. Right?
Jacob's trouble.
Jacob's trouble, you got the mark of the beast, which all is going to be tied in together. If you don't go through all these things, how will we have our kingdom or should it? Right? We all need to be tested with that chip. Right? And that was going to be my topic of the day, but it slipped my mind and now it came back. We have to be tested. And, you have to come up to that time where you're going to have to choose. Right? You choose life for a little bit, or will you choose, if it comes down to death, you're going to have to choose death. Right? So we pray that the Lord put that spirit on us, man. That's right.
Doesn't it say in Ezra's that this world is made for many, but the world to come is made for few, right?
Now therefore, why disquietest thou thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man? And why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal? Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come? God, rather than that which is present. Then answered I and said, O Lord Yahweh, that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous should inherit these things, but the ungodly should perish.
I got a script. This is Corinthians chapter 9, verse 20. Let's start at 21. It says, to them that are without the law, as without the law, being not without the law to Yahweh, but under the law to Yahweh Shai, that I might gain them that are without the law. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might be all means save some. And this I do for the gospel's sake, that I might be partaker thereof with you.
The law and all that made for the people. Yeah, right? The people who don't know, that's what we're preaching to them. So come back. When you come back to start following the laws of the Heavenly Father to the best of your ability. That's how you get built up in this thing. That's how you get built up as a person in general. Because that spirit of the words goes into you, and the Lord suffers. Okay?
That's right.
You got something?
It says, verse 24, know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize.
The winner.
So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things, and now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown. But we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air.
So that's going into that shadow boxing. So Paul is using that those metaphors. Like, you know, to describe the kingdom of heaven, or the prize, which is us being crowned, right? But some men come into this thing, they use it for vainglory, right? We have other men coming in for fame, whatever the case may be, but we use it for an uncorruptible crown.
For salvation.
Right? Beautiful, man.
That's right. It says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway.
Yeah, it's true what you said, brother, because I watch a lot of YouTube stuff and I see other camps where, you know, knowing that you're an Israelite and they basically, what's the word I'm looking for? They market on it.
Yeah, so it's,
you know what I'm saying?
About men making merchandise.
Yeah, they market on it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I always look at that, I'm like, bro, it's not about that. It's about rising up the 12 tribes of Israel, bringing us back to who we are. You know what I'm saying? The elect, because not all Israel are Israel. There's a lot of our people are going to die.
Right. You know
what I'm saying?
We need that purge.
Yeah. A lot of people are going to die. Being an Israel don't mean you're saved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being an Israel and walking in that light, that's what it's all about.
Right. And
so, yeah.
The scripture do talk about the Israel of Israel also. You know?
Let me get this account quick. John 2:13. And the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahweh Shai went up to Jerusalem and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves and the changers of money sitting. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money, and overthrew the tables, and said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house an house of merchandise.
Right.
So you're right. It's going into the same what we just talked about.
Right.
I'm an Israelite. Let me market on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Clothing, whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
They even came with a memo. We just giving the truth. These men need to talk about a package and all that stuff. You have to pay for a package.
Yeah.
Right? You have men selling breakdowns. When the scripture says this is for
freely given, freely received.
Exactly. This is supposed to be for free. You're supposed to pass it on. Right? I hope that brother or sister gets it and flourish.
But remember, look how much musicians come into the truth.
But they use the truth.
The word and to make
money. Become rappers and
they're quoting scriptures and they become rich off of the scriptures.
Right.
So many come in and they learn the 1, 2, but
No-
not really coming to
Nothing's changed, brother.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing's
Same old thing, ancient time, same thing now.
I had a quick precept because that's what that's something a lot of the things a lot of teachers they use in order to kind of like further their own cause, right? And then there was one, I don't remember the name of them, but I remember going on their website, and on the website they were charging for marriage counseling, prayers, and abuse. So I don't know what you can
Recently, it's occurred.
See, that's going into the same thing in the Christian church.
Exactly. What's the
You know what I'm
difference?
saying?
What's the difference?
Same thing.
Right? The same. Like, listen, that was heresy. That's where you see the other camps. Right? Exactly. Because you see how much people are vulnerable to that sort of thing. So take advantage of it. But they're ignorant. Right?
Like I took a test, man. When I been to a funeral memorial, and basically in that church, they were pretty much passing around the collection plate at the church for a funeral. What? You don't have no, you know?
Who's gonna get that money? You're gonna
Yeah.
give it to the family?
Right. And it's,
They're
yeah.
not. They're gonna.
Well, you know the pastor.
Yeah, the
woe unto
audacity of the
pastor,
pastor.
right? What destroyed the pastor
So they don't care.
of that flock, right?
They
So
teach
remember,
for gain, for riches, man.
Yeah, but they're not
Entertainment.
Right.
You
Let
know?
me get second Peter 2. Oh, you got something?
Isaiah 55:1, and it says, "Oh, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the water,
Fine.
and he that hath no money, come ye and buy."
By
Exactly. This is how can you buy with no money? Obviously, it's supposed to be
free.
given, man. Right? Then that's why we give our elders double honors, man.
And the
Because,
scripture says that you can also give
Yeah.
our elders double honors.
right? Because you know they fed us, man. They've been feeding us for years. You know, if it's anything, we're supposed to give our elders that physical money, man, for all the things that they've done for us, right?
You know, the Most High says our riches will be stored in heaven.
God.
Right? For what we labor on earth, we labor to the wind, to the to the air.
Right.
Freely receive, freely give.
Right.
And how do we really buy this truth? We buy it with our time. You see what I'm saying? That's how we buy it. You know?
Yeah, that's it.
Continuing on, this says, "Come ye and buy and eat. Come and buy wine and milk without money and without
These
price."
are all like metaphors for the truth. Wine, milk, money, right? Read.
Verse 2, it says, "Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread,
Right.
and your labor that which satisfieth not?
Right.
Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness." So people, they go, like for example, a lot of our young people, they go into school, university, in order to
get a good job.
Wisdom and understanding. They never ever teach you about your heritage, or where you came from, or even the icons that you from. They're not going to teach them that in school.
Why would they?
Let me bring up one more, then we'll close up. This is 2 Peter 2. The main point is 3. 2 and 1. "And there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift judgment, swift destruction, Salakia. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of, and through covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now and for a long time lingereth not, and your damnation slumbereth not."
That's right. So with that, we're going to close up. We're going to give all glory, praises, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double on, we can say Kwame Asherallah,
Kwame Asherallah.
and Abai Babal,
Abai Babal.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Right.
That was a good lesson.
The spirit, my brother. You know what I'm saying? The spirit
I wish
moves.
I could stay longer, man.
Spirit moves, you know what I mean?
Brothers, we got